everybody, the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dr. Alan Grant and Dimetrodon set, part of the Wave 2 line. Picked this up at Target along with that Kayla and Pyroraptor set. And this one I'm really excited for as well, mainly because of Dr. Grant. He is my #1 favorite Jurassic Park character, and it was so cool to see him back in this one. Really brought back the nostalgia from him in the first Jurassic Park and especially Jurassic Park 3. But it's also cool to have a movie-accurate Dimetrodon, at least one that's actually in action. The other Dimetrodon is, it is based off from something from the movie, which I'll get into that during the review. But that one doesn't even compare to this one. This one is definitely superior. So, brief look at the packaging. Nothing too special. We've already taken a look at this already. And here on the back, it just shows you the rendering. And then, of course, the Pyroraptor set, which we just got done reviewing. So, I'm really excited to take a look at this set. So, let's open this pack up and take a closer look at it. So, here we have the Alan Grant and Dimetrodon pack out of the packaging, and this is again another really cool set. It's cool to have a movie accurate Dimetrodon, and then of course Dr. Alan Grant. Who doesn't want Dr. Alan Grant? He's my #1 favorite character of the entire franchise. So yeah, I think it's really cool to have this set. Let's first take a look at Dr. Grant himself. Super cool to see him back in the movie. Really enjoyed seeing all of his scenes in the movie as well. So here we got the look of Dr. Grant. This is my favorite look for him. I just love this look for Dr. Grant. It screams Alan Grant in my opinion. It also screams paleontologist. It's also just like, it kind of brings me back to the nostalgia point of Jurassic Park 3 a little bit. So yeah, super cool to see Dr. Grant here. And you got his classic hat, which I'm assuming is going to be the same hat from Jurassic Park 3, the one that Billy saved. So it's kind of disappointing that he lost it in the movie again. There was no Billy there to save it again. But, yeah, I like to believe that's his Jurassic Park 3 hat. But it's cool. Alan Grant, just like, from the top of my head, Indiana Jones here, you can't have them without their hat for, majority of the time. So, anyways, detail-wise, the face looks really good. You got old Dr. Grant here. And you got his nice little coat on here. With some nice texturing detail and some nice sculpted detail as well, with the pockets and the buttons and the folds. And then his jacket is also very soft. So you got that blue shirt that he wears, which is also kind of a callback to his blue outfit from the first Jurassic Park. Then you got nice detail on the belt, nice paintwork, and his gray pants. Then his nice boots that he has on there. So yeah, you get some more sculpted detail on the back here, so really nice. And you got some pocket detail there on the back. So yeah, very cool figure of Dr. Alan Grant here. Articulation wise, just like all the other Mattel figures, but I only review this for the point of this review. It can swivel all the way around and it can go up and down, but you got some more movement in his head here. And then his shoulders can go up and down and forwards and backwards, technically all the way around. And then you got an elbow joint here, which that can also swivel. You got a waist swivel right here, and his legs to pivot in and out and move forwards and backwards. You got the knee joint here, which that can turn as well. So yeah, a lot of nice articulation for Grant here. And yeah, and the colors look great on him too. It's classic Alan Grant in my opinion. So this is a really awesome figure. I'm super happy to finally have Alan Grant from Jurassic World Dominion. And then this is the accessory that he came with, which is kind of weird because he never really held a dinosaur skull in the movie. A more accurate accessory he should have had is probably like the torch that he had from in the cave when he was facing up against the Dimetrodon. Basically this whole scene right here. But it's cool. You know, he is a paleontologist, so having dinosaur skull come with him, like he just digged it up, it's pretty cool too. Don't know what kind of dinosaur this is. I'm gonna assume it's a raptor due to the size. Has a very, very short and small lower jaw, which is kind of odd looking. But you know, it's nicely sculpted and stuff like that. So it's a cool little accessory. And then now the main prehistoric animal of the pack, because Dimetrodon is not a dinosaur. So here we have it. We have our first movie accurate Dimetrodon. Technically we have that one that we gotten before, which I'll show when we do size comparisons, but this is like our first movie accurate Dimetrodon that was actually living and breathing and having its own action scene in the movie. So it's really cool to see this dinosaur. Excuse me. Wow, that's just kind of embarrassing. Not dinosaur, but it's really cool to see this prehistoric animal show up in an actual Jurassic Park movie. So that's really cool. Let's take a look at the detail, because this guy is really full of detail. Here on the head here, it looks very similar to a real Dimetrodon skull in real life. You got some really nice scale detail over the head here, even along the top, and even the jaw there. Really nice detail in the jaw. More finer ones down there. Inside the mouth, the roof is not painted, surprisingly, but you got some nice texturing or sculpt work up there. Not much going on here, but that's okay. And here on the neck here, got some more finer scale detail. And then throughout the entire body, it's covered in like these large osteoderm bumps going on here, which are accurate to the Dimetrodon in the movie. Even though we didn't get to see it a whole lot in daylight, because it was like all in the dark in that cave. But it's super cool to see that. And you got some really nice scale work all over the body as well. Here on the arms here, you got some really nice, feels real kind of, because they kind of pop out of the skin a little bit. And you got the hands here, nice work on those. Here's the leg, nice bumpy scale detail right there. Here at the bottom, it's more finer and more like, I guess, smooth than on top of the body. But yeah, it looks really cool to me anyways. Here's the tail, covered in some more scale work. And then obviously the classic feature of Dimetrodon, the sail, which is sculpted very nicely. It's got these like tiny little bumps coming out here and there. You got some nice texturing, which looks really cool, and the paint job looks really cool as well. Again, accurate to the movie. Here on the other side, you got that same sculpt work all over the body. So yeah, this is probably Mattel's best Dimetrodon they've released. So the overall paint job on this Dimetrodon is really good as well. Matches the Dimetrodon seen in the movie, at least more like the render, because we didn't get to see it that clearly in the actual scene itself. But based on the render, it looks just like the one from the movie. We got some nice lighter coloration here on the jaw. It would have been nice if it continued down through like the underbelly, but that's okay. And you got the nice like dark olive green on here, and then you got the nice brown highlighting around the eye, and then towards the back here, and then you got some nice the nice dark marks on the red sail, and you got a nice orangish looking, yellowish orangish looking eye with the black slit. So really cool. And you can even see the fine like nostrils sculpted in there. The teeth look good as well too. Forgot to mention those. And then the inside is painted except for the roof, but you know, it's not gonna hurt anything. Scan code. It's hidden right here in the sail. So that's a very clever way, instead of having like the button show, just like how some other dinosaurs are, like with the Pyroraptor here. You can see it, whereas the Dimetrodon, it's like hidden. Just like that, so that's really cool. Articulation wise, the head itself can go down pretty far, and it can go up, and it can also swivel. So really nice neck movement here. And then the jaw can also open and close. The arms here can basically move forwards and backwards. That's basically it. And same with the hind legs, forwards and backwards. You won't get too much because of the feet, or the toes getting in the way of the body. And then you got a tail rotation, but I'm not going to use that. But that's basically it for the articulation for this Dimetrodon. It's a really cool one. Yeah, and I really enjoy it. So size comparison, you can already see how big it is next to a human, which seems pretty accurate based on the movie. But we're also going to take a look at the other Dimetrodon that came before from Mattel, and it's this one, the Dino Rivals Savage Strike Dimetrodon. I think that's what it's called. This is one that came with the cool collector card. This one was really hard to find. I happened to find this at a Walmart back in the day, and that was the only one I ever saw again, so I'm pretty happy to find this or have it in my collection. Now this Dimetrodon right here technically is kind of from a movie. The way the pose looks, the way the head looks, basically the colors and everything. This Dimetrodon is based off of the taxidermy statue seen in that museum exhibit area of Lockwood's estate from Fallen Kingdom. And a little trivia, in case none of you guys know this, but I also read that all the dinosaurs that were in that museum, like the taxidermy statues specifically, were all actually real dinosaurs, but they were just failed experiments, I guess. So it's kind of a creepy way to think about it, that all those used to be real and now they're not. But yeah, this Dimetrodon is supposed to be based off of that taxidermy statue, or I guess the failed experiment of the Dimetrodon. So that's cool. You kind of got the failed experiment version, and then you got the real life version right here from Dominion. So yeah, I think that's really cool. And comparing both of them together, yeah, there's no contest. This one definitely beats it. Such an improvement from this one. This Dimetrodon, although it's cool to have a Dimetrodon back then and that it matched the one from Fallen Kingdom, this one is really good in terms of detail and sculpt, and this one was a little goofy at some points. And then the sail was actually shorter than this one. This one's actually taller, so that's a huge improvement. So yeah, there you go. You can see it right there. The new one has a taller sail, which is really good. I always thought that this one had a really short sail. Now they just need to do the same thing with the Spinosaurs. And also you can see too that the older Dimetrodon only had 3 fingers, which is not accurate. whereas this new one has the full 5 fingers, which are accurate, I think, in real life and to the actual movie. So that's really cool. Really cool to see these two together. And I know we're getting quite a few Dimetrodons in this sculpt this year, and I plan on getting all of them so we can have our own little herd, or not herd, but group of Dimetrodon. Another thing I want to cover is with the Alan Grant. We're going to compare it to the original Legacy Collection, Dr. Alan Grant, from Mattel again. This one's supposed to be based off of the Alan Grant from the very first Jurassic Park movie. So seeing these two together, they look cool. You can definitely see the differences. You know, you got younger Alan, then you got old Alan, and obviously they got different hats. So yeah, it's super cool to see both of them together. All we need now is Mattel to make the Alan Grant from Jurassic Park 3, and then we got the complete Alan Grant's seen in the movies. But yeah, just thought it'd be cool to compare both of these together. Alright, so that's just about to wrap it up for this review. My final thoughts on this set is I really enjoy this this 2-pack. Yeah, I really enjoy all these packs that come with a dinosaur of some sort, or prehistoric animal, and a human figure. They definitely sell better than having the humans by themselves. But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed this set. It's cool to have another pack that's based off of a scene in the movie. So seeing Alan Grant face off against the Dimetrodons in the Amber Mines, the Biosyn's headquarters. So that's really cool to have just a pack that's based off of a scene in the movie. I really love Dr. Grant. I love the figure. He looks awesome. Probably my favorite figure of Dr. Grant. And I definitely love this Dimetrodon. It is the best Dimetrodon, Jurassic Park wise, that I have in my collection. And then, you know, it's cool to have a cool little fossil. You can use it as a dead dinosaur. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys again for the next one.